You can use the chat option. Just a minute. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
All right. So let me take the opportunity to introduce CyberSecure India. We are a Section 8 not-for-profit registered company, and our initiative's name, our company's name is Feather CSI Foundation. Cybersecure India is an initiative by Feather CSI Foundation. We provide free training and internship programs. We work with law enforcement agencies, universities, and corporates. We also do private and government investigations. We also do security assessments. Rather than India, we established in UK, in London, and in African regions in Ghana, where we are working with armed forces, police forces, and or other we can say authorities. So there's something basically which is there. So this is all about our community. Well, starting with a question, and that you can unmute and answer here. Okay. Now, as you all are, I think, I believe basically cyber enthusiasts and want to make your career into cybersecurity. So, from the India standpoint, this is the question. What do you think? Where does India stands globally in cybersecurity? Any guesses? Any answers? Without using AI, it should be uh, s- spontaneous. It should not be like searching on internet and then doing the answer. If you can unmute, actually, for looking at the screen, I have to again uh, top 10. Pranjal says top 10. Anyone else wants to try? Divan, you looked at my presentation, I think. The next slide. That's the reason you're able to give the answer. So, again, if I have to look at the screen, I have to stop my presentation. I don't know what is that setting, but that is what is happening. Okay. So, India actually stands in tier 1 status in the Global Cybersecurity Index as per the PIB, Press Information Bureau. You can go on the source link and read about that. So really, it is a like India is playing. We can say a role model, as a role model in the global cybersecurity index. But where I want to take you because of its all digital infrastructure and all, and there is where basically the opportunity lies. But we can see India is also ranked second in the global cyber attack target. So basically we have ranked second. So first is US and the second is India. And we can if you want detail, you can actually read the annual threat landscape report 2024 of CloudSec. So when basically we are talking about the opportunities, so India is the second most target because of the infrastructure which is coming from offline to online. So yes, we are living in digital India, but not completely digital secured India, and that is where basically the opportunity also lies for the cyber enthusiasts like you. We aim to reduce the number of cybercrime and by increasing the detection ratio of the same, and this can be achieved by creating experts like you. And this is where basically also the opportunity is to get involved into this area of cybersecurity. And there is where basically are a lot of opportunities starting from a layman to the enterprise level. Now if you today even call someone on the normal phone, you get a caller tune saying, okay, be aware of digital frauds and loan scams and multiple scams which are going all around the country basically. And the innocent people, senior citizens, they are getting victimized. So from the layman till all the industries basically, require cybersecurity. So let us go to the next slide. So can anyone basically tell me the basic thing, which what are the types of hackers? Basic. Uh, I think this answer everyone should know.
Three types of hackers are there.
Sorry,
Black hat, grey hat, and
can you unmute and can you? I'm not able to hear whoever is answering that.
so basically there are three types of hackers.
Three types of hackers. Okay, what are those three types?
Black, white, gray.
Okay, black hat, white hat, and gray hat. Okay. Anyone else wants to try? Any other answer?
Someone said blue, red. They're talking about red teaming perspectives. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've joined from other device also so that I can look in the messages. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now you can share blue, red. Okay. Anything else?
Mainly, there are two types: white and black hat hackers, and then in between we have someone called as gray hat hackers, right?
Gray hat hackers. So someone said white hat hacker, blue hat hacker, red hat hacker, gray hat hacker, right? So let us actually see. So there are multiple types of hackers, and this is a very I'll say small list, but the list is really big. Now you can take this as an assignment and check basically the more types of hackers. So I'll explain a few and then we'll go ahead. White hat, black hat, you all know like who are ethical. Black hat, we can say from the malicious aspect or using that knowledge basically for not for so good reason. Gray hat as someone will go always in a biased mode that if someone is offering them money for securing an infrastructure, they'll go there. If someone basically is using them for a criminal based activity, they'll go there. Then so majorly we can say script kiddies are there. Then state sponsored hackers. So basically there are cyber when there are cyber wars between two countries or any kind of cyber espionage thing is planned. Let me give you a simple example of two cyber espionage campaigns. One was Operation Flight Night. You can Google about Operation Flight Night. There was a cyber espionage campaign initiated by our enemy country, and that enemy country's cyber espionage campaign named as Operation Flight Night has impacted our power sector, which is the energy sector. And in the energy sector, basically, a lot of data was leaked, and the other sectors were also there. There was a fake letter shared in the name of Indian Air Force, and when that letter was shared, once they double clicked the letter, there was a in background there was a process which was running when basically the investigators saw by unhiding the hidden files. They saw there was one threat actor present, and all the data was uploaded not to any cloud or something, but to a Slack server. So like all the files were going to the Slack. So this type of modus operandi was done. Then there are many more cyber espionage things which are actually done, and using this like 8 point I think 81 GB of data was available on dark web. Well, talking about the other aspects, when we talked about the power outage, so in October 2020, 12th October, there was a cyber attack through the power sector only, and there was a power outage in Mumbai for more than 4 hours, and that was done by a hacking group called as Red Echo. So that is something which is there. So these are the important aspect basically uh, when it comes to cyber espionage, or we can say when it comes to the state sponsored or nation sponsored hacker. I don't know why my screen is not changing. Okay. Now it changed. Uh, is my screen changed?
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay.
Type, intent, and goal, right?
Yeah,
This,
yeah,
this
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, okay. I was explaining basically this slide also. Um, Whistleblowers. Do you know about whistleblower or any examples of whistleblowers can anyone give
Yeah,
nowadays?
like who exposes something about a company.
Okay. For any person.
Like
Uh,
these are basically insider threats, right?
sorry, come again.
Insider threats.
No, insider threats is different. Basically, the intention for insider threats is different. Whistleblowers, basically, their intention is to expose what is going wrong. Uh, that is something basically whistleblowers do. So, any example? A global
Like
example.
something like they exposes something regarding internal matter of a company.
Mm-hmm. But which is going against the people or against something which is not right. Mm.
Yes, yes.
So one of the whistleblower you can study named as Edward Snowden. Okay. Uh,
Yeah,
so Edward Snowden, you can watch today. You take the assignment of watching a movie on Netflix. I hope you all are watching Netflix. So on Netflix, you can watch Snowden as a movie. It's available in English and Hindi both. Also, like you can read his lot of books like Permanent Record. US has filed a lawsuit against that, but still it is available basically in some parts. Then you can read No Place to Hide in the Secret Surveillance of NSA. And Edward Snowden basically was a whistleblower. He's still a whistleblower, I'll say, and he has temporarily taken asylum in Russia after his escape from the US. He exposed the NSA, how NSA is tracking each and every person in the world, what are the applications they're using. So he was working as a contractor in NSA, and this basically he exposed because he felt that few things are not good, that are wrong. So these are basically the things which are happening by the whistleblowers or whistleblowers do. So the question is which type of hacker you want to be. That is a question, and that answer basically lies with you only. So you can decide which kind of hacker you want to be, or when you want to make your career into cybersecurity, which kind of hacker you want to be. So that's a really a big question. So tell me on which all fields basically cyber attack is possible on.
Anything related to digital media, sir?
Okay. Any specific answer?
Like IT sectors, hospitals, banks, government agencies, schools, universities,
Okay.
everywhere. Like
International
the
banks,
possibilities are
basically.
endless.
What is it? What did you say? International what?
International banks like Swiss and other organizations will be easy, I guess.
Okay. What about
If
cloud
going
system?
from the
Can
cloud,
cloud
yes, sir.
cloud can be. What about
anything on this digital internet is able to be attacked or hacked, I believe.
and if something is not on internet and offline, can it be hacked or not?
Uh, yeah, it can be too if there's an insider threat, I guess.
Right.
If it
But
is stored in a data format, sir, maybe yes.
yeah, yeah. So there are multiple things which are at times offline also, because they have a separate network, or not on the internet but at the intranet level. But wherever the vulnerability lies, it can be hacked. For example, the banking system, it is not on the internet, it is on the intranet, right? I'm not talking about the internet banking system, I'm talking about a core banking system, right? So that are basically one of the things. IoT devices are there. Can vehicles be hacked? Automobiles, cars be hacked?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Automobile hacking is
Yes.
right.
CAN protocol.
Can satellites be hacked? So
Aerospace
Yes,
hacking.
yes. SDR, SDRs.
Common, sir.
perfect. So basically, you cannot say that okay, cyber attacks are restricted on particular assets of software or hardware it is connected to internet or not connected to internet. We always basically have to go ahead and look beyond the picture, and then look at every possible industry where attacks are performed. May it be healthcare, hospitals, OT security. We just talked about power outages and multiple things, cloud infrastructure, aerospace, IoT devices, vehicles, or even satellite systems. So these are basically few of the aspects. Now, my next question to you is, how many branches or do we have in cybersecurity? When we say you want to make your career into cybersecurity, uh, what is your answer? So, like, how many branches do we have to be precise in cybersecurity? Any cases? Okay, Akshat says SOC. Okay, anyone else?
Red teaming,
All right,
blue teaming,
blue teaming.
threat intelligence.
In total, how many? Vinax is offensive, defensive. Okay.
There are lots of.
Lots of cannot be the answer.
More than 10 or 20 even, I guess.
More than 10 or 20. Very much generic answer. Okay. Yes. So network security. Okay. Someone say Aman says network security.
Application security is there, cloud security, endpoint
Absolutely.
security,
Cloud security, right? Okay.
even incident response and forensics. There are
IR,
many things.
DF and IR, right? Right.
ESDFIR, yeah.
So why I asked you this question, how many branches there are in cybersecurity? Because someone basically, when they ask you, you say, okay, I am a cybersecurity student, or I am learning cybersecurity, or I want to make my career in cybersecurity. So it is similar to, like, okay, saying I want to become a doctor. So it cannot be like that, right? So generic. You can always say, I want to become a dentist, a neurosurgeon, or whatever, basically, a orthopedic surgeon or whatever it is. So in cybersecurity also, there may be generalization, generalized themes may be there at a fundamental level, but then you have to choose one specialization in which you will basically make your career, because you can basically be, we say, what, jack of all, but you have to be master of one. And then what is that one that has to be identified by working on it. So you can try everything little by little, and then go ahead, and then after some time, basically come to a conclusion by doing self research and exploring the fields which are there. And nowadays it is very easy, because there are a lot of simulation platforms which are available, which were not previously there. So let us have a look of the fields of cyber, or branches of cybersecurity. When we say network, so network is not only wired network or wireless network. So there are different type of networks in different type of organizations. Public network is different, private is different, government, we can say networks are different, then naval network, or we can say submarine networks. So that all things are separate. So network security is a vast domain. So even if you take one domain in cybersecurity, there are multiple branches. You can see basically people who have done PhDs, or any kind of specializations in any of the branch of cybersecurity. You can go and interview them, ask them, and then they can tell you basically. I have met a lot of people, just they have done PhD in Wi-Fi security. I said, wow. I mean, just like one part of the network security is wireless security, and a lot of basically people do specializations, and that specializations are really important to boost up your career. Because let's say application security. So everyone will say, okay, okay, application security is like talking about web app, web app, web app. No, but then after web app, there is mobile app pen testing, and there is thick client pen testing, where your desktop based applications are getting installed. That is also basically, which is one of the requirement, major requirement into the market, which is there. So like, after focusing on web app pen testing, always focus on mobile app pen testing and thick client pen testing. That will help you to boost up your career. If you have a pen testing background, or a VA and PT background, so VAPT in anything, network, and application endpoint, EDR, we can say endpoint securities are there. Cloud, again, cloud, basically, we have cloud security, cloud secure misconfiguration, cloud forensics. Even in forensics, someone said basically incident response. So there's a huge gap, and I'll share you today basically before the end of the session how do you define the problem statements, and I'll share with you one particular problem statement which we defined and were able to successfully solve that. So, when you say cloud security or any other basically thing, in that forensic basically goes hand in hand in any kind of security branches. And when we say about forensic, I'll just give you a simple example. Forensic readiness. So, if there is any incident in any organization, they go to the police or our nodal body where basically they report the forensic incident is called as CERTIN, that is Computer Emergency Response Team India. So that's an Indian nodal body. And when they basically submit it, they will ask for a specific logs, or the law enforcement agency will ask for specific logs to investigate the incident. And at times we have seen like companies say there is a bunch of paper which says about a lot of policies, procedures, and everything. But then, when we basically talk about all this, then when we see the implementation aspect, sorry, again, my slide was not changing. I just realized now. Okay. So, when we say basically the incident, or we can say, uh, like when we see actual scenarios in the companies that they are not able to produce as even one implemented policy, or at times 100% policies are not implemented. And there is where the forensic readiness gap lies, and forensic readiness is one of the boosting career into digital forensics. So when we go for forensic readiness, we will always basically find that the logs, let's say you install or use any type of Google Cloud or Azure Cloud or AWS Cloud. So by default, logs, people are running their companies on that. Even if you are taking a IDS, IPS, and a AI intelligence-based firewall system and a lot of things, but you are not configuring it in a secure manner and not storing the logs. So let's say Reserve Bank of India says all the logs basically has to be purged and saved for 5 years. And if there is a cyber incident in the bank, if you ask them for all the logs, not all the logs are stored at times. So this is basically the current situation in any of the banking sector or any sector if you go. So there are two things in cybersecurity. One is must have, and one is nice to have. So basically, must have things are really we can say important, but at times not implemented, right? So we have developed one tool. I'll just share that information, and how we analyze the gap. So when we talk about cybersecurity, it is not only about getting placed into the right company. A lot of people come with a we can say view that I want to start my own startup in cybersecurity. It may be a product based startup or service based startup, and we all basically have know there are a lot of startup schemes and everything, and provided by the government of India, right? So basically, one tool which we developed was we went through the Reserve Bank of India's master direction on digital payments, and we saw that there was a gap which says, okay, this all there is some policy which says, I'll just share that policy. It is available on internet, public document. It is. You can go and read such policies. Master direction on digital payment. Let me share my screen. Can you see my browser? Is my browser visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Okay, thank you for confirmation. All right. So when we say master direction on digital payments and security controls, so here there are written. It is written that there are a lot of controls which are required, and I'll just tell you few. Okay, so it says check if the device is rooted or jailbroken prior to the installation of the mobile application, and disallow the mobile application to install the function if the phone is rooted or jailbroken. Do you know Google Pay or Phone Pay? Do they work in a jailbroken phone or a rooted device? Obviously not. Why? Because basically there are constraints which the compliance body has said. But there are few banking applications which were still working on that. So and there are multiple things. So like it says if it is having any malware in your phone, it should not work, or any biometric is added. So there are more than 40 controls if you actually have to go for it. Look at insecure Wi-Fi. If your phone is connected to insecure Wi-Fi, if the phone is not encrypted, if the like basically there is any another biometric which is added, or any remote desktop application like AnyDesk or TeamViewer, fraudsters basically they tell you to install these apps and then add the beneficiary. So these kind of things are there into the phone. So it has to be we can say detected, and then not allow the phone sorry, the application to function, which is the mobile banking application. We all use mobile banking applications at time, right? So we what we did is we created a SDK, a software development kit, and we did a POC with one of the international banks, which was coming under the Indian compliance of the Reserve Bank of India, which is operating outside India also and inside India. So now basically that SDK, they use it for their Android and iOS application, and then basically it was we can say it was launched as a POC for their iOS and Android, and then we started basically pitching it. And due to the NDA clauses, we cannot take the name of whom we did the POC with. But such kind of things. So not problem statements are there on only on the hackathon end, but there are problem statements which are available. So go ahead and read the cyber news daily. The problem statements, the cases which are happening not only at the individual level but at the corporate level, at the government level, everything, even at the international cybercrime level. And if you are able to identify the problem, then you will be able to take out the solution. At times when you're doing your mini project or major project, or any kind of things which are given by your professors in the college, simply what we do, we go to
Hello, Nikhil.
sorry.
Sorry to interrupt you in between.
Uh-huh.
Can you speak a little bit louder?
Am I not audible clearly?
You are audible, but
You're
your voice
audible.
is coming slow.
My voice is low.
I guess it's working fine for me. Like, I want to ask
It's
you.
working fine for me too. Excuse me.
Okay.
You were saying.
Uh,
Tanvi,
Maybe
I
your
guess you're
issue,
having some
Tanvir.
of your.
I guess you are
Yeah,
having some
yeah,
issues with your
you were
microphone. You
saying.
should check it out once. Okay, okay, okay. Go ahead,
Not
continue.
microphone, headphones. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry, headphone.
All right. All right. Okay. No problem. Yeah. Yeah. Please check. I'll try to be a little louder. Okay. So here specifically, when we talk about problem statements, so do not directly go to the AI tools, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and many other AI tools basically, and directly go and ask them, okay, give us some problem statement for mini project or major project, or any kind of like we can say projects which you have to submit it to the colleges. So go and read what are the actual problem statements which people are facing, and if you can solve that problem statement, then the market is yours. Not And when you basically put such projects which you have completed and done as a POC on your resume's weightage is also increased. So understand it from that perspective. When we talk about mobile security, right? So mobile security is also one of the growing we can say field into careers in the cybersecurity. So which phone basically do you think, I'll put a question here, is more secure, Android or iOS? Which platform, I'll say, is more secure? You can answer.
iOS.
iOS is more secure. Okay. Anyone else has a different opinion? Yes is iOS. Vinax is iOS.
I
Anyone
have
else?
seen many people actually jailbreaking iOS as well. So,
Okay. So that's
Don't
what my
really
thing
think.
is.
Android,
Which phone
Android,
is more
Android.
secure? Is more secure, you think? Okay. Uh, Not. I did not get your. What do you mean by not? Okay. Not anyone is secure. Okay. That can be also one of the case, right? That not any phone is secure. So, see, when you're a cybersecurity student, you should understand this from a technocrat perspective and not from a layman perspective. If I ask this question to any mechanical engineering or civil engineering student or any layman on the street, if they say me basically yes, iPhone is more secure, it is giving security features and all that. That is how it is promoted. Or Android is not secure or secure. So I am not here to claim what is more secure or less secure. So let us talk about a life example. Have you guys heard about the Pegasus attack? Anyone?
Pegasus. Yeah, it was a zero-click malware, right?
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, I
what
heard
else,
of it.
what else information you have about
I
Pegasus?
mean,
It was developed by an Israeli company basically
Okay.
for government to spy on some specific objects.
What is the name of the Israeli company?
I didn't remember that actually. I used to remember,
That
but I
is
forgot.
NSO Group.
Okay.
Okay. What else? And it was used against whom?
I guess specific subjects like journalists or some like people who are against government or something. I think so.
So Pegasus was an attack which was done which was basically was it a spyware, I'll say, developed by NSA Group, which is based out of Israel. And I'm not here to comment anything about who purchased it, who installed it. That comments I've already given to national and international media, as you can check on the links. I'm here to tell you about the technical aspect. So the technical aspect basically is, I'll just share my another screen. Just allow me a minute, please. I'm not able to share that. Okay, yeah. So I hope you can see my screen. So this is a report which is a publicly available report. I can put this on the chat box also, which says forensic methodology report and how you can catch the Pegasus. And here you can see iMessage zero click zero day was used. So and if you go in the detailed report, basically you will see the complete forensic methodology. More than 144 or even more than that people's phone were hacked or compromised, and few of them gave their iPhones basically for investigation. And this was the complete report. Is a complete 83 pages report. So you can go and read the complete report. So with a single iMessage, not even a click, it was a zero click and it was attacked. Now, when we say basically which device is more secure or less secure, it totally depends on the current vulnerability of that device, and that is the reason you always get security update patches and everything. Okay, so when you comment on any technology, whether it is secured or not secured, look it from a technocrat perspective. And for that, Pegasus is not only the tool into the market, there are many. So you should basically be knowing about that tools, the case studies, and multiple aspects. But what after Amnesty International National's report? So there was a tool which was released into the market called as MVT. So you can go on this MVT. It's called a mobile verification toolkit. Go on the Git or Python packages and just install and check basically if your iOS or Android basically is compromised or not. You can see MVT for iOS, MVT for Android, and if someone's phone is compromised by Pegasus, how they will come to know? They will come to know by doing that. So take this as an assignment, install MVT, and check if your device is compromised or not. So this is also one of the projects. So you can identify such type of problem statements. Your antivirus cannot cover everything, and that is where basically this kind of specific projects are coming into the picture to detect the highly sophisticated malwares which are into the pictures. I think someone raised hand. Tanvir, yes, you have a question. Okay, I think it is by mistake.
Tanvir, are you? I mean, hello,
Yeah, no
you
problem.
there?
Yes, I want to speak. Can I say something?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
Tanvir, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Now I wanna know what this meeting is about. Like someone sent the group link, meeting link in my group. That's why I joined. I don't know what this meeting is about. Can you please send me?
So the session is going on building a career on cybersecurity, where Nikhil Shah is presenting us
Mhm.
like what are the opportunities and domains are there. So yeah, this is all about.
Okay. Okay, man. Thanks.
All right.
So you can continue, please.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. So we have actually less time left and few more things to cover. Just give me a minute, please. Let me share my screen. So let us talk about the one more branch, and then because we cannot cover all the branches in less time. So one more branch of security, and that is privacy and data protection. So which is the Privacy Act basically, which is recently imposed in India? Uh, can anyone tell me which is the Privacy Act, which is recently imposed in India as the act? It was a bill which was there, and now it is act, and this has changed many aspects of the career. Basically, it has added new fields and opportunities to the career in cybersecurity. So
DPDP, I think.
DPP Act, yes, that is Digital Personal Data Protection Act. So if you go to the European regions or the UK regions, you have GDPR and multiple acts are there. In different continents, different acts are there. So in India, there were a lot of data breach cases and everything was happening. But what about the penalty clause? When some company they say, okay, my data has been breached, you can see it on Have I Been Pwned or many multiple websites where your data has been breached. But what you will do? Okay, my data has been breached. Big Basket hacked, my data got breached. Air India website got hacked, my data got breached. Zomato hacked, my data got breached. But what you will do? So here, basically, government has imposed a DPDP Act, and if anything goes wrong, and basically in the investigation, it is found that it is their mistake, the company's mistake, they're liable up to 250 crores of fine. So that is something which is already imposed. It is not only one clause, but there are multiple right to forget and multiple clauses are there. So as a national cyber security policy, please, I'll say that go ahead and read the national cyber security policy and look from the alignment perspective what you can basically create as a product or as a solution, as a service which can align to the national cybersecurity policy. That is something which is really important. And look at multiple, I'll say, branches in the cyber security domain, and then go ahead and we can say decide which specific path you want to select and go ahead for. That is a question. So I'll just share a few simulation things due to the time constraint. So again, like AI is coming. People from AI and DS branch or ML branch, they are also there. But AI and cybersecurity is one of the vast domain. Dark web is there. So dark web monitoring or dark web investigation is one of the vast domain which is required for the law enforcement agencies, basically to investigate any type of illegal, we can say, activities which are going on. So every specific branch has a very vast thing to go ahead and cover. So I'll say, like, take the knowledge of not everything, but obviously the major generalized aspect into cybersecurity, and then have a deep dive into it. And how you will cover everything, I'll come to that part also. So there are simulation machines. We all know about Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, but then pen tester lab is there. Blue team labs online is there for we can say Splunk, boss of SOC, which say BOTS is their range force. uh, Cyber defenders for malware analysis. Just search about malware traffic analysis and you'll get the website. Then there are sites like we can say Portspeaker Academy, Hub, DVWA, WebGoat, multiple things basically which are there, which can or cloud security if you want to practice. Azure security labs are there. Cloud Goat is there. Open Threat Research OTR lab is always there. So just go ahead and we can say just research about this and practice it. So it is not only about cybersecurity, it's not only about uh, to know, it is always about to do. And when how we'll basically learn to do things, because when we interview people in our company or any other company where I'm on the recruitment board, so when I ask them, the students basically are ready with the theory answers, but what about the practical things when we give them machine? So most of the time basically there is where students lack, and those who are really practicing machines they are passing or cracking the interview rounds. So your, I'll say, why should be very clear, that why I want to make my career in cybersecurity, or it is just an hobby. So that is really a question which you should ask yourself. That is something which I will suggest. And I'll come to the we'll say conclusion part of it, which are the sectors basically where cybersecurity is we'll say is important. So BFSI, we can say like banking, finance sector, insurance sector, law enforcement agencies, healthcare, manufacturing, and other corporates. So these are the sectors basically where cybersecurity openings are there. What you can do is, there are a lot of questions in everyone's mind. What should I learn to get the job? Which certification should I do? Which skill set should I develop? Which tool do I should know? So it's the answer is very clear. Go on LinkedIn or any other job portals. Look at the companies who are hiring for cybersecurity freshers or professionals or experience anything. Look at the position, the name of the position, number of positions, and then basically you'll find what type of certifications are required, what tools they should know, what skill sets are required, and majorly go ahead and focus on that, rather than going and doing each and every certificate into the available free or paid certificate into the industry. Make sure what type of skills they have to apply, they are that are needed into the market, and go ahead and do that. And I'll say create a mind map. So when you create a mind map, like in the cyber domain, so just put cyber security as a domain in between, and then put the multiple fields into the cyber security. And when you're learning one thing, let's say you're learning, I'll give you an example of threat intelligence. You're learning threat intelligence, then something will pop up and say, okay, malware analysis article is here, or simulation lab is here. So don't run behind it. Don't go ahead and click and do that. So create compartments, folders in your computer, because your research will like if you're not researching in a structured manner, your unstructured research will be a distractive point in your career. So basically, you have to complete one thing at a time, and then create multiple folders when you're studying about that topic. Go ahead and do that. So that is something which is really an important aspect here. Mind map technique you can use. Bug bounty you can participate in. There are multiple bug bounty platforms which are available. You can learn online using a lot of online, you can say Udemy, Coursera, Cyber, Sans, and multiple things. Also know your role model basically and follow the role model. There are a lot of people who are there on social media and doing good in cybersecurity. Follow them, attend their sessions. My role model basically, I came into this industry by like inspiring by the story of Kevin Nixer. And he's like, unfortunately, he's no more. He passed away in July 2023. But fortunately, I got an opportunity to meet him in one of the exhibitions in Dubai in JISEC, where the next year I was a speaker basically for that. But I read his story, and then in one of the books, and then started basically following this track and the industry. So make sure basically you're reading the stories and making your own role models. Even if you search on Google today, who's the number one hacker in the world, so you'll see Kevin Mitnick's name. But you can basically choose your own role model or role models at times, attend their webinars, attend their sessions, which are a lot of the times online. And as wherever you decide your career path should go in the specialized aspect, then make sure you're only focusing on that from we can say the time constraints more. What is the role of the government? Always people ask, what does the government do for that? So we have multiple programs. One is we have CERTIN, Computer Emergency Response Team India. We have Cyber Surakshit Bharat. A lot of students knows this NCIIPC, where basically I think a lot of students have participated, reported the vulnerabilities. Always remember, your knowledge is not only there basically for your earning and learning, but also your contribution should be there for the country by securing the country's critical infrastructure. And here, basically, under the NCIBC program, you can go ahead and report critical vulnerabilities in the critical infrastructure. Here also, you will get benefit if it is passed. Your name will be published in the quarterly list, which you can add in your resume, and that will add a really good weightage. Government is appointed CISOs in all the government offices. We have a DPDP, which we talked a lot about it, Digital Personal Data Protection Act. We have Cyber Swachhata Kendra, and as a part of our security policy, we have a National Cyber Security Policy. We have Defense Cyber Agency, which comes under the Army, Navy, Air Force, for who takes care of the cyber threats which are attacking the country, basically in a defensive approach whenever required. So this is all about basically how and what you should think from a career perspective. I think someone's mic is on. If it is not required, please mute it. So this was all from my end. You can connect me on LinkedIn. I have my WhatsApp number. A lot of people already have my number. Basically, I'm in multiple groups. But if you want, and if you have any questions, please put on email or on LinkedIn. That LinkedIn is the best way, basically, where I can revert to you guys. So thank you very much, Rahul, and the complete team, basically, for inviting me in today's session. And like if we have any questions, so we have time for one or two questions. We can obviously take that. So please let me know. Okay, Akshat has posted one question. It says, in practical session, who to learn properly? I did not get this question, Akshat. What do you actually mean by that? Or you can repeat the
Maybe
question.
he's asking like whom we can like prefer to learn in sure.
Practical sessions you can learn by solving, by playing CTF, or by basically we can say practicing on Hack the Box or Try Hack Me and all the other simulation platforms basically. Yes.
Roshan Shah maybe has something to say.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Roshan, you can.
Yes, solution.
Yeah, sir. What I was asking, as you said, no, ki we have to be like goal oriented. What we need to focus on,
Yes.
to stick to our niche. So this happened many times with me. Like I am interested in with cloud security. Okay, but as I am a part of a community, various community there are online. Uh, so like someone is doing malware analysis or Android root hacking, something like that. I quickly switch my domain and get interested in that. Means how can I get things done? Like everything is going towards my field.
Understand?
Are there any means
Yeah, yeah.
possible guides
Yeah, Roshan. So
that I
basically,
can
see,
follow?
that is what I explained. So, like if you have seen, uh, like the screen of mind mapping. So I'll just share that specific slide again. So when we basically say, like there are many domains, and someone in the one community is talking about malware, someone is talking about OT security, someone is talking about compliance, and everything fascinates me, everything interests me. So I am saying, learn everything, take flavors of everything, but choose some specialization in which no one can catch your hand. So let's say tomorrow if there is any recession or anything, your job or your startup is really safe, because the type of work which you will be able to deliver, because of the specialized knowledge which you have gained into that specific domain, basically. So that is really important. So develop yourself so much in one specific domain, that basically you will do extraordinary and excellent work in that. I'm not saying that don't learn everything. Go ahead and take flavors of everything. Obviously, go in, the communities are there to learn, communities are there to share the knowledge, experts are there giving their valuable time and efforts and experience. Learn from them, have the knowledge of that, but put your extra time or put your maximum time in identifying, first of all, what actually interests you, by experimenting. Let's say you learn something, you have to experiment that using simulation platforms, you doing on-site internships in that, and then basically come to a conclusion after a few years. There is no hurry basically to come to a conclusion in 6 months or a year. So even after you go and apply for a job and you do job in a company for 2 to 3 years, and after at that time you come to a conclusion, that's okay. But you have to come to a conclusion about your specialization, or else you will go in the generalization journey only, where okay, someone something is fascinating, we'll go there. And connecting to this, basically I'll give you an answer to the one of the thing what professionals do at times a mistake, when they basically go ahead, let's say you pass out your college, go and join a company, then the company will put you on some tasks, and then you think, okay, I'm learning. So no, that job basically is for earning. Okay, by earning, and your learning and earning is going on hand in hand, that's okay. But what is your ultimate goal, which area of specialization you want to do? Spend daily some time basically on that regularly, even if you have a 5 year experience, 10 years experience, or 20 years experience into the industry, because industry is changing so drastically with the use of AI and everything. Basically things will be very fast, and those who are having some extraordinary thing will be having demand into the industry. That is what I'll say. Okay, I hope I have answered your.
Definitely, sir. That was a great insight. Sir, we have last two questions.
Yeah.
The first one is that someone asked me that there is a certification from Coursera on Google cybersecurity.
uh,
Like, how much relevant is does that certification is, and even the courses from Udemy. Like, what is your take on that?
So see, you can always do Coursera courses or Udemy courses or any platform courses. I'm not talking platform specific. You must always see what you are getting to learn into their index. That is more important. If basically you're getting something to learn from that, obviously go ahead and do that courses. It is who is the instructor, or go ahead and read the review of Coursera or Udemy or multiple things, and then do that. My only suggestion is, before investing in any paid course or any paid certification, go ahead and read or do similar free courses, and then get a flavor. Because at times what happens is, when we invest time and money basically in something, and then we get to know, no, this is not something which actually I is interesting me, or I wanted, then basically we regret after that. So do a relevant free course, or just the introductories of that are already available on internet, on multiple platforms. So it may be Udemy or Coursera. Your what skill you are developing is more important rather than the platform or the certification. That is something which is there. Okay.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah, one question I can see, Akshay, it says I applied more. but my resume is not getting shortlisted. What do you mean by that? Recently applied in Felix Security, Deloitte.
What
Resume
I
is
mean
not.
to say is that he applied on Philips Product Security,
Mhm.
Deloitte application, but he was not able to get the job since his resume was not shortlisted.
Yeah, yeah. So, like for that in resume, what type of practical aspects you are putting? How many CTFs have you participated in? How many bug bounties you have participated in? If basically they see the practical aspects more into your resume, because companies are really not looking for a bunch of certifications. I'll tell you, companies are critically looking for the skills. Just go on that Deloitte LinkedIn jobs or Philips LinkedIn jobs and see what type of skills they require. And if you have that skills, mention that. If you don't have, develop that and then mention that and then reapply. Do some projects regarding that. Upload it on Git. Give a public profiling. So that are basically the things which should come into your CV. So something basically will interest the recruiter if that is in their interest. Okay, so that is really important. Don't write AI language. Don't tell ChatGPT to write your resume. Even if you tell, basically, just correct it, mention it in a very easy language and very professional language. Your approach also should be very much professional when you're talking on emails or calls with the company HRs and everything. So that is something which will be my uh, like insight to you, Akshay. But I haven't seen your resume, but it's a generalized insight. All right. So that is something which I can tell. Even about the courses, you can like we are launching our training and internship program. A lot of people basically know about it, which is on our portal nas.io/cybersecured India, which is a 3 months training and internship program, free of cost. It is always online. You can go ahead and do it. So the details of the same you can check on our community LinkedIn page, which is named as
Do
cybersecurity.
we need to pay anything on this particular course, so like
So
the series which is
no, there is nothing that you have to pay as a compulsory. As a non-profit company, we always like have kept option to donate. So if anyone wants to donate, they can, but there is nothing compulsory. You can just remove the amount and go ahead. If anyone wish to donate, because there are a lot of free activities going to sustain. Basically, we require funds, and for that, basically we say that it is an option to donate, but it is not anything which is compulsory. Okay.
all right, sir. All
uh,
right, sir.
all right.
So the last question from my side, okay.
Uh-huh.
What is your take on exploit development and reverse engineering? Like these fields are very critical, and how one should approach this field. Because I have seen many people at CrowdStrike. They are at Android malware reverse engineering. I have seen people working on McAfee and other antivirus companies where they are reverse engineering malwares and creating signatures. So, like for example, I want to be in an antivirus company. So, how should I really be taking forward my journey? And yeah, what
So,
would be your
so
take?
for that, basically, offensive security is the path. That is what I will say. So, completely focusing on if you go on OffSec website certifications, then you can also go on SANS. These are
Yes.
basically two major certification bodies where you can first of all look at the learning path. I'm not telling you to go and purchase any certificates. Go
Yeah.
and look at the learning path, and that similar learning path which is available for some reasonable rate in any relevant organizations, or at times free webinars or study materials also available. Basically, you can go ahead and start with that. Then we you go to the hack the box, and you can also start there also the offensive journey, or try me there also you can start the offensive journey about bypassing any kind of antiviruses, or we can say creating exploit or exploit development is something basically which come will come with practice. So anything any company or any training institute certification will teach you the tools and techniques, but the current thing, if you want to bypass, you have to do it by your own practice, by solving
Absolutely.
multiple lab. So it is not only about learning the tools and techniques, it is also always about thinking like a hacker and thinking like an investigator. So you have to develop your thought as per that perspective. Okay. All right.
All right, so thank you so much, like for this insightful session today, and like truly, like your guidance on cybersecurity careers as well as the like some relevant questions which you answered today.
One
I mean, thank you
question
so much.
I would like to take. Tuhin Mitra has asked this. You want to join the internship of Delhi Cyber Cell? It may be Delhi, Maharashtra, any cyber cell you want to join. They have their own LinkedIn pages or their own websites where these positions are open. And you can go to the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, which is cybercrime.gov.in. Apply as a volunteer there, and there also from there also you can go ahead that. So a lot of state police agencies. Always conducts hackathon or such type of openings are there. You can follow on their respective pages. Make sure you're using LinkedIn the most. That is what I'll say. All right. All right. Thank you very
Roshan
much.
Shah had, I guess, one question, sir. So sorry to interrupt.
No.
Roshan, can you please?
Yeah, sir. What I was asking, sir, you have so many years of experience. So, are you uh, seeing any job opportunity that is coming up in this particular domain from our cybersecurity perspective? I'm asking. Any particular domain are you seeing that yeah, there is a huge amount of growth into 5 to 10 years?
See, when I basically when we see all I'll say job opportunities are there in all the domains, or I'll say most of the domains of cybersecurity. From my perspective, I'll tell you it is my individual opinion. If you can go to the threat intel, because the threats basically which are coming each and every day, and we are keeping IOC's indication of compromises ready, and multiple solutions are there, but there is no such foolproof solution. What is one is threat intelligence, and the another growing field is, I'll say, AI, artificial intelligence in cyber security. That is also one of the growing field, because as AI will get implemented more and more and more and more public, the security thing will grow. And for all the domains of cyber, basically, there's a one common factor which will always keep growing hand in hand is forensics. So digital forensic and incident response from all the perspectives. So prior, if you look like any video evidence, if it is submitted in front of the honorable court, it was admitted. But now the videos can be tampered, and using even AI, there are multiple aspects which are there. So talking from starting from the individual perspective to the corporate and to the government, basically I'll say threat intel is one of the growing sector, AI in cyber, and then DFIR is going hand in hand everywhere. Okay.
And you talked about SANS. So like even I'm following SANS 660, like the career, the path basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's very helpful.
Yes, yes, yes. DFIR sense is really good. So if you want digital
SANS
forensic.
4610, yeah, like the malware reverse engineering
Yes,
one.
yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Again,
All right,
before
sir.
purchasing anything, just go ahead and understand free flavors of everything, and then only go ahead and purchase things accordingly. All right. So it
Okay,
was
sir.
nice discussing with you all. All the very best. If you have any more questions, do connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll share my.
Definitely would like to have you again, sir, on Cyber Society because we want a technical session from you as well and from
Yeah,
your team, Cyber Society, Cyber Secure India. It would be
yeah.
really, really helpful for us.
Whenever
Can you
I'm,
conduct any offline session by chance at our college?
yeah, we always do. And whenever I am next in Kolkata, I'll surely, I always basically visit multiple cities and other parts of the world. So whenever I'm there offline, we can be there. Even our empaneled speakers, we have a lot of empaneled speakers in Kolkata. In Kolkata, we there were three or four times, I think, we did our Cybersecurity India meetup. And it was really a good response we got. So next time, basically, I'm there. I'll let you know. Even our other speakers who are also there, who are into expert into their own fields in cybersecurity, and I can send them also now who are in Kolkata currently. So
That would be great.
we can plan accordingly. I've shared my LinkedIn. Do connect with me if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer on LinkedIn. Okay. All
Sure,
right.
sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a great.
Thank So yeah, guys, it was Nikhil Mahadeshwar, sir, for you. Sir, great to have you. Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.